Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Papa Business Wali, and in this session I'll be taking a live Duolingo English test for myself and as a guide as well whoever wants to do this maybe in the future. So let me give a quick introduction of this test. So basically Duolingo English test is a test that you had to take for your English spoken level to check the level of your English, and you'll be given various questions. And this test is about maximum 45 minutes. You will need 45 minutes to complete this whole test, and it's actually a paid test, but at the moment we'll be just go with the practice test which is totally free, and there will be some questions that will be given, and these questions will be about your English spoken, English writing, reading, and listening. So you just need to go to your search bar. You'll search there the English Duolingo test, and you'll need to open the first ever website that appears on the screen, and then you'll see this interface. And after this interface, you have to click on the practice, and then you'll go on the practice free. When you click here, it will be written that get a free unofficial score estimate in 45 minutes. And once you will complete this complete test, at the end of the test, you will be given your marking or rating, the level of your English. So let's start this test and we'll just continue. Now we have to select the words that are in actual English dictionary or not. You just need to say yes or no for this question. Okay, now we have the second question that is fill in the blanks, and I'll be given 20 seconds for this question. Let's say done. I rushed to blank in my assignment before the deadline in order to maintain my grades. So you have, okay, the times is up because my time was over. And once you are done, just go with the continue. Okay, now we have the mixed language question.
He was very happy with the recommendation.
He was able to carry the books.
They visited for 6 weeks.
Now we have to fill the blank with the correct words.
I've known him for a long time.
He told me that he wanted to leave the company.
The kids didn't even notice him. The kids didn't even notice him.
They began to write the book.
Its origin remains unknown.
The car consumes a lot of fuel.
You are a religious studies student and you are looking for a short-term teaching job for the summer. You aren't sure where to start your search, so you ask your professor if they have any recommendations or connections that you could use. You are a religious studies student and you are looking for a short-term teaching job for the summer. You aren't sure where to start your search, so you ask your professor if they have any recommendations or connections that you could use. You are a religious studies student.
Sure. What's up? Let me see. Are you looking for something in the education field? Okay, well, the department has a few connections with local schools and higher education organizations. Do you have any particular skills or interests that you would like to use in a job? Okay, well, one of our alumni works at a school in the city and they might be able to take on a short-term student hire. Let me give them a call and see if they're interested. In the meantime, you can also look online for openings or reach out to other higher education organizations in the area.
So it's an image of maybe some tourists or maybe a group or some workers or employees that are in a particular place and maybe taking a memorable picture, a group picture, and there is a girl standing on something, a wooden thing, and trying to take a good angle of the picture. So my field of interest is maybe e-commerce, and I believe that the AI systems, or in digital marketing, the latest business tools are helping a lot, and there are a lot of tools that are being used, and it has changed the field in a way that it is easier for the people who are in the field of e-commerce to manage their business online, and they are really accountable for them. And the benefits of this innovation is that, of course, it is helping many businesses across the world to make them easy for their e-commerce platforms and their digital appearance, social appearance.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about changes in your hometown or country. Talk about a new restaurant or shop in your area.
So the latest changes in my hometown is maybe it's pretty much developed now. The time when I used to live, when I was a little child, was kind of, it was really simple. It was kind of a village, but now it's really developed. There are a lot of buildings and malls and stuff there.
Interesting. I have another question. Talk about the ways education has changed in your country.
I believe that now people are more aware of digitalized world and AI, and they are looking forward for more institute from where they can learn the valuable skills rather than just focusing on the traditional schoolings.
Okay. I have another question. Describe a new public space like a park or plaza in your town.
Uh, Public space, guess there is a recent mall that is opened in Lahore for Donman Mall, and it's maybe the second largest or first largest mall in the Asia. So I haven't visited it yet, but I think so. That's the latest public space that I have discovered so far.
Thanks for discussing changes in your hometown or country with me. Now I'd like to change topics and ask you a few questions about birthdays. What are some ways that people celebrate birthdays?
The most common ways people celebrate birthdays is probably cutting a cake, throwing a party, and just hanging out with their friends and family and make the day a memorable day and enjoy it fully.
I see. I have another question. Do you prefer having parties at home or do you prefer to go out? Why?
I prefer to have parties at home because I believe that it is really easier to enjoy with your friends and family when you are at home. Because if you are out, there are like a lot of people and you cannot enjoy fully along them. So it's really pretty easier to throw parties at house and enjoy.
I see. Let me ask you another question. How would you plan a birthday party for a coworker, friend, or family member?
Okay, so I'll for sure, if it's a co-worker, I will just do some arrangement at the office, and if it's at a home for a family member, I'll just do something at their house or my house, and I'll just invite them, cook something, or bought a cake for them, do some decorations, and just wish them in a nice, simple way.
Thanks for talking about birthdays with me. Have a nice day.
Yes, I do believe that it's easier for the children to learn a certain language because in children they have a capacity of learning new languages, new things more easily. But because as you are an adult, you will have to repeat certain things again and again in order to remember them for a long time. But if you are children, you are already at the age of learning new things and you are continuously learning new stuff. So if you are a child and you're learning a new language, you don't need to put a lot of effort into it. But as an adult, you will need to put a lot of effort, and you will have a hard time remembering like a certain sentence or a certain word in the language. So that's why I think that children can learn pretty easier and without much efforts as compared to an adult. Okay, everyone. So this was for the test, and over here you can see that this is the result. Um, I don't know if it's good or not, but at least I tried my best. So I got like 95 to 105, which is upper intermediate. The total is 160. The last time I did the test, it was like 110 up to. I don't really much remember. So, but I'm happy with the result. And over here you can see the blocks. There are two things. It's written IELTS equivalent and TOEFL IBT equivalent. So basically, IELTS is also an English test that is kind of really important test for if you are willing to go to a foreign country for for studying purposes or anything else. You will require an IELTS test. IELTS test I guess it is compulsory for everyone to complete this test before they go for educational purpose. As much as I know, I'm not pretty sure about it. So for IELTS, it is equivalent to 5 and 5 to 6, and for TOEFL test, it is equivalent to 59 to 75. So this was for the test that I took. I hope so that the steps were clear to you, that how we have to take the test, the question, the type of question that you will have to solve, and you'll need to do everything by your own self. You can't use any search engine, no chat GPT or any other use. You just have to do it by your own self, and this is how you do it. So thank you everyone for watching this live. I hope so that this was clear to you, and I just took my test as well. So I'll see you maybe in another live stream